The problem of firearm injury is more than bullet holes and headlines. We often consider only the shooting itself, but what do we see when we look at the ripple effects of this injury? We know that firearm injuries and deaths affect more than just the person who was shot. There's also collateral damage within the community. Healthcare providers are traumatized when they care for shooting victims and see a preventable death. Family members and friends suffer from mental health effects, leading to more needless deaths. If a person survives, PTSD and a long road of rehabilitation lie ahead. And we know that violence spurs more violence through retaliation or emulation. Today's standing answer is to legislate our society out of these issues. This approach is ineffective, pitting Americans on either side of the gun rights versus gun control debate, and inadequately addressing the needs of individuals living in a cycle of violence. But when we move upstream of the violence and view firearm injuries through a medical lens, meaningful change can happen. Here, we can approach the problem like any other medical issue. First, we define the problem by evaluating its scope and causes. Next, we identify the risk and protective factors for firearm injuries and death. Then, we develop and test strategies that demonstrate the potential to be effective in preventing the problem. Finally, we scale up the most effective interventions. As healthcare providers and emergency responders, we are in a position to intervene and build systems of care that treat this health emergency at every opportunity. That's where AFFIRM comes in. We approach the gun violence epidemic by treating the health risks that cause it. Each of us has opportunities in our health systems, our communities, and even our own homes to decrease risk, build resilience, and promote healthy lives and behaviors. We must rethink how our society approaches gun violence and shift the understanding towards public health. Then, we must reframe the conversations surrounding firearm injuries and the disease of violence. Finally, we must resolve to treat and heal this health emergency in effective and impactful ways. The answers are out there, but they're not in politics and they're not in the criminal justice system. Let's solve this problem together and create the reality we all want to see: a safer nation for generations to come. Stand firm.